Hi, my name is Zarek, and I will be your guide on your Discover Core Kenyan conservation trip. So I grew up here in Kenya, and when I was in school, I joined my school's bird watching club, and so I started getting interested in birds, and my parents always used to take us out on safari, and we'd go camping out in the bush because that was the easiest thing to do. And I've just been, I guess, obsessed with being out in the wilderness and seeing wildlife and camping ever since. Kenya's got so much to offer. It's a great place, it's safe, it's accessible, there's so much to see, there's so much to do, tastes and sounds and smells and everything else for you just to get completely immersed in. So while you're here on this trip, we'll be visiting two different conservation areas, Mara Conservancy up in central Kenya and Mara Naboisho Conservancy down next to Masai Mara. The one that I really am passionate about is Mara Naboisho Conservancy, and I've been involved there since its inception in about 2010. So Mara Naboisho Conservancy is a community-run conservancy. It was started by the local community, the Maasai people. And the whole purpose of the conservancy is to bring benefits from wildlife and from conservation to the local people so that they have a vested interest in making sure that it works. When the conservancy was first being formed, I had the privilege of actually going and camping there with a couple of other people, and we camped up on the top of a big high domed plain, and we got our camp set up just before nightfall. And as we were watching the sunset, there was a huge thunderstorm down in the plains below to the south. And as that thunderstorm came towards us, we were watching the lightning show and just hearing the sound, and it was just this awesome power. And thousands of white storks, which had migrated from Europe, came flying towards us, and they just completely covered the sky over us before this storm came. And it was just such a cool moment. And thankfully we didn't get wet that night. I wish more people knew about Kenya's bird diversity and Kenya's plant diversity. We've got 1,100 different species here, and we're a small country, so those 1,100 species are very accessible. And our plant diversity is huge. There's so much which is unexplored, so many trees and plants which are just undescribed, and there's just so much to learn beyond the big five, the lions, the rhinos, and the elephants. I think I definitely recommend children coming on these trips. There's so much to see and there's so much to do. And if you're a child and you like picking up beetles and running through open grass and digging through piles of elephant dung with a stick, this is such a great trip for you to come on. My favorite part about working in this field is being present when somebody sees something that they've been wanting to see for the first time. When somebody sees their first lion or their first leopard, that sense of awe and that sense of excitement is just, it's energizing for me. We hope to see you soon on the Discover Core Safari and Conservation trip.